Kamala Harris doing the little softball CNN interview. She had Walt sitting there with her. She's looking real weak. And a lot of people have been calling out how weak she looks up here doing this interview with Waltz. Like basically he's holding her hand to a certain degree. She can't sit by herself and just answer straight questions. Also, the way CNN did it, I think it was pre-recorded. So they probably edited stuff out. That looks real weak. Look at the way the media has to coddle her because they understand her mouthpiece ain't really crisp. She's not that good of an orator. They know how weak she is. So the media and the left, they're doing everything they can to coddle and protect her. They're not letting her go out here and speak to folks like that. They're doing these big pep rally productions where there's a bunch of performers, but she ain't really talking about nothing. And when she goes off the teleprompter, she gets to babbling and cackling. She's just not that good of a speaker. And it sounds like she's drunk all the time, don't it? When Kamala Harris is talking, it sounds like she's always tipsy and drunk. I can't wait to see this debate that they have with Trump. I can't wait to see how that's going to go down. But in the interview they did, they asked her about Trump's comments about her just becoming black and her identity of blackness. And the interviewer, and that was a legitimate question, and she didn't even answer. Kamala would not answer that question. She was like, next question. Ha 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 ha. Cackle, cackle, cackle. She said, next question, when asked a very legitimate question about her black identity that the left keeps trying to push down our throats. Where are y'all bootlicks who run around here telling us how black she is and how we got to accept her as black folks and the black man has to protect her, the black woman? They send all of the Democrat minions and flunkies to do all that blackety black talk about her and then try to shame us with the blackety black talk if we ain't accepting her fake blackness. And when she's asked a direct question about her black identity, she don't want to answer. She changes the subject. She's not going to admit to being black because she's not a foundational black American, and there's no evidence that her father has ever identified as black, nor has she really identified as black. You see? And that's significant because the Democrats and the left, they're the ones constantly shaming us over her cosplaying blackness. They're the ones always telling us how much we better step up for the black woman. And all of these lizard mouth tethers trying to shame us about her cosplaying blackness. Where are they at now? Where y'all at now? I want to hear from y'all now. When she was asked a direct question about blackness, she changed the damn subject and went to cackling. And then y'all wanted to shame all of us because we weren't buying the horse crap. You damn right we weren't buying it. So we got to make noise, family. Well, I'm not trying to play these little goofy games with the Democrats. We got to make noise. We got to speak up. We got to say what's going on. And speaking of reparations, did y'all see Tamika Mallory on the Breakfast Club explaining? She was up here, Tamika Mallory, aka Chevy Shabazz, aka Rosa Parking Lot, because she up here, she's doing car commercials, doing Cadillac commercials over the death of black folks. Oh God, yeah, she'll never live that one down. And black folks out here getting slaughtered, and she's making a name off herself, off dead black folks. And she's like, when black folks are protesting and getting run over, hopefully they're getting run over by a Cadillac. It's so roomy inside with 4-wheel drive, and really, you're doing Cadillac commercials over the dead bodies of black people. Lord. When Freddie Gray was in the back of the police car getting bounced around and it caused his death, he wouldn't have died if he was in a 4-door Cadillac sedan SUV with all of this roomy trunk space. He would not have died if he had this trunk space. Tacky, 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 tacky. That's why the parents of some of these folks have been calling them out. You remember when my homegirl, Tamir Rice's mom, was calling a lot of these activists out. She was calling them out heavy for a lot of their little phony activism. She was calling them out. That's my homegirl. She just they have an anniversary for Tamir Rice in a couple of months. She personally invited me to come on out. That's my homegirl. Love her to life. But she was on the Breakfast Club. And she's up here talking about reparations. Like, reparations, Kamala Harris is for reparations. She said it. Kamala Harris is for reparations. I don't know why people saying she ain't. No, she ain't. Kamala Harris, y'all act like we didn't hear this woman sit here and say, I'm not going to do nothing that's only going to benefit black people. Y'all act like we don't remember that. Do these people think we're dumb, family? Y'all act like we didn't hear that woman say that with her whole chest. These people think we're dumb. We heard her. And she meant it. We felt what she said. That woman said out of her own mouth, I'm not going to do nothing that only is going to benefit black people. No, 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 no. And she has kept that damn promise. She told the truth there. She told the truth. What has she done that only benefited us? She's done stuff that only benefited Asians. She's done stuff that only benefited some of the Native Americans. She's done stuff, and the Democrats. They've done stuff to only benefit immigrants. So, yeah, they do things to only benefit other groups except us. So, yeah, people are trying to spin that. But what she has said, on the Breakfast Club, she has said, in this other interview, she has said, that's not going to negate the fact that that woman has already did the whole benign neglect thing against us. So Tamika Mallory was trying to explain for Kamala Harris, and Tamika Mallory was talking about how she herself was in support of reparations and how, well, reparations looks different to different people. Some groups want it to be lineage based. Some people want reparations for all African people in the African diaspora, and I'm one of those people. I want reparations for all black people globally. Now, when y'all hear people say that, that means they want to mess reparations up. You are not for reparations. When you see somebody or hear somebody say that dumbass nonsense that they want reparations for all black people globally, do you know how damn ridiculous that is? How is that going to work? How would that work? And why are we responsible for it? You don't hear, they never stepped to CARICOM. They don't never go to CARICOM talking about, hey, let's make reparations for all black people globally. No, when CARICOM is trying to get their reparations, it's just for the Caribbean nations. They don't go to the African Union saying, hey, let's do something for all black people globally. African Union don't even rock with us. We're not included in the African Union. And I'm cool with that, by the way. That's not a complaint. That's not a complaint. I'm good. You hold your nuts, we'll hold ours. That's fine. Since you're not going to include us, cool. You're not included in this. We're not divisive. If we're divisive, you're divisive. It's only divisive when we start excluding people. It's so impractical to have reparations for all African people globally. How in the hell would that work? They know that wouldn't work. Who would you go to? You understand? And also with some of them African nations, what would kill it is, well, hell, some of them were selling people. Many of those African nations were complicit in the slave trade on East Africa and West Africa. So how's that going to work? Also, they need to holler at their respective governments or former colonizers, just like we're hollering at the United States government. I'm tired of this thing where we as foundational Black Americans, we're supposed to fight everybody's battles. Absolutely not. And if we don't fight everybody's damn battles, we're divisive. Go to hell, man. No, we're dealing with the government that had us enslaved because we're still under this government and we're still under the same constitution. Now, some of those African nations and some of those Caribbean nations, some of those independent nations, they need to holler at their former colonizers. They need to holler at them. But all these other people are too damn cowardly and scared to really bring that heat to the colonizers that colonized them. So they're going to run up under us and try to have us do all the damn work so they can benefit like they do everything else. And I'm saying, hell no. No, that ain't happening. They do that with everything that we got going on. Every time we kick in a door, all these other people got to run in under this jive ass minority coalition that don't really exist, that we're the only ones towing the line for. And I'm cool on that. And people are not going to shame us into going along with that goofy program. When we start looking out for our lineage, they want to try to play this whole divisive, we're all the same nigga, we're all black. Because what happens is these people who are non-FBA, when they come over here and then they get in certain political positions, when they move up the ranks politically, you know what they do. They start looking out for people in their lineage. They start bringing in over more Somalians. They start bringing in more Nigerians. They start bringing in more Caribbeans. They start doing things for the people in their lineage. And when we say, hey, we want to do something for the people of our lineage, because nothing has ever been done exclusively for the people in our lineage, then we get the shaming tactic. Oh, you niggas want to be like the white man. You're so divisive. Why are you? We're all one black family. No. No. We'll be one big family after we get them reparations checks. Then we'll holler at you. We got a lot of people in the building right now. And by the way, before I get calls, I'm going to take calls in a second. Get your tickets to join me at the Hidden History Museum on Saturday, September 14th. We got the September Soul Saturday event. A lot of great music, food, drinks, comedians, mingling, vibing, networking. Get your tickets at hiddenhistorymuseum.com. Join me and we chop it up, man. hiddenhistorymuseum.com. Let me get my brother Afro Elite in the building. All right. Afro Elite. I can hear you. What's up, brother?
I'm gonna say this about what she said in that interview. First off, it was a very soft shoe interview, and what I have to say is, if this is any preview to how she's going to perform in the debate, this is going to be terrible for her. A lot of people forget that she's a very terrible debater. She's very terrible
Yeah.
at debating.
Oh yeah. Oh, she's horrible. She's terrible at
And Joe
talking.
Biden.
If she's not reading a teleprompter, if it's not written down for her, she's washed.
Exactly. She's very awkward. She's bad at questions. In a debate, she won't be able to giggle and ask to move to the next
Right.
question. If she tries to redirect, they're going to re-ask her the questioning. They're going to ask again. And to be honest, it's not like Trump is good at debating, but Kamala is a terrible speaker. She's terrible at asking questions. She's terrible at giving answers. If this is any preview to how she's going to perform at the debate, she's going to do terribly. And she was with Walz at
Yeah.
the time. This is the first time you've ever seen the first presidential candidate do an interview with their
Yeah.
VP instead of doing one by themselves. So she needs her VP, and she still did that bad with a soft shoe question like this. She's going to do horrific during this debate if she doesn't get it
Real
together,
talk.
which I don't think
Real
she will.
talk. My man, thank you so much. Yeah, this debate, man. And family, when is the debate scheduled? Is it for September 10th? Because I know they were kind of bouncing around the dates.
Yeah, September 10th.
Okay.
To be muted mics and everything on CNN or something like that.
Okay. That's going to be interesting. Now, Giancarlo, now who are you going for? Who are you rooting for, Giancarlo? Giancarlo, hop on, bro.
Yeah, no, my bad. I mean, I'm chewing real quick. I was just gonna say, I'm gonna vote for my pockets, so I'm gonna vote Trump.
Okay. Now, are you either eating the empanada? What you eating, man?
Some McDonald's, capitalistic American food. No,
Man,
like I said, I think everybody should vote for their pockets. I know you guys might not look at Kamala Harris as a Black American, but she has good policies for people that represent her and her movement. If you want to be one up in this country, you should vote for her. You should vote for your pockets. That's what I really want to say.
well, I would assume that you would go for Kamala because she's letting over more of your relatives. She's opening that border wide open, right?
Yeah, but it's more like for Africans, Indians, Chinese people, certain.
No, it's no shit. Man,
And
please.
Tariq, hold up, if I could really interject real quick, because you talked on the bringing point, like Black Americans should want to say that we're for Black Americans. This is why, like, I was talking in re-up space earlier. I was like, Puerto Ricans did more for you guys, for us Hispanics, from South America, Central, whatever, Mexico, than Black Americans ever did. You guys don't speak Spanish. You didn't interject us into the banks. You guys didn't do anything for us. Besides sell our drugs, honestly.
Oh, stop it. If it weren't for
No,
us,
this is just reality, sir. No,
no,
I'm talking
no,
to the
no,
public because
no,
you have a
no,
big crowd,
no,
and this is
no,
Black America
no,
that this
no,
only.
no. Because if it weren't for us kicking in the doors of civil rights and pushing together legislation and stepping to these white supremacists to let up off of the resources for other non-Anglo people, you would still be over in South America riding a donkey picking coffee. Let's be real. It was us kicking in those doors. Y'all weren't really kicking in doors like that. We were making sure that everybody had civil rights. Sir, that was us doing that. So you can sit up here and play dumb all you want
Tariq,
to.
if the French or the English left the Spaniards to themselves, we would go to Spain, sir. We wouldn't come to America. It's just
Sir,
reality.
you can't go to Spain. They don't accept you as a fellow Spaniard, sir. And also, when the Moors, the fall of the Moors, when that happened, Spain fell off and never really got back on top of their game. And all of the satellites of Spain, like in South and Central America and the Caribbean, all of those Spanish countries or Spanish speaking countries, that's why they're struggling right now. They've been struggling for the
Tariq,
last couple.
look,
But
look,
no, no,
I'm
no,
gonna
no.
give it
Let's
to
not
you.
change the. No, no, no. Let's not change the subject. I would just want to give you a history lesson about your failed culture. But go ahead, sir.
No, I was just gonna say, you should look yourself. I know how badly you want to be African, but you're American.
Oh no. I'm a foundational Black American. No, sir. You're not going to lie on me. I'm a foundational Black American. This is my homeland here that my family built and never fled from, like yours, right?
Yeah, Tariq. Yeah, you're American. Your passport goes a long
Foundational
way.
Black American. Found. Yeah, I'm a
Yeah, yeah,
very
whatever,
unique
whatever you want to
American.
call yourself. Yeah,
And,
yeah.
and you and you're a
Democrat,
fleer.
Republican.
And you're a fleer over there eating
Tariq,
Chipotle.
Tariq, I
And
didn't.
you're a fleer. You're a fleer over there eating some Chipotle. You ain't eating McDonald's. You're eating a damn burrito bowl. But go ahead, sir. Go
Yeah,
ahead, Jim.
Tariq. My ancestors were born on this side of the world. This is why,
No, you
Tariq.
fled. You fled, sir. But go ahead.
Yeah, Tariq. I don't understand this like prejudice or like hatred. Like I was telling you in re-up space, black people in general are just projected into Latin
Okay,
culture.
okay. Hold on. Now, can you watch your language? Now, I know I know you come from a culture of degeneracy, but just watch your language. Okay, you're not at a South American whorehouse. Let's watch your language. Go ahead, sir. Now, black people do what now? Go ahead, Giancarlo. Come on.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, you guys are in our like you're interjecting our culture. You accepted us like as like Colombians, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, specifically
What about
Cubans.
them? What about them? What about these people?
What I'm trying to say is that like in Latin America, south of the Dixie, south of the border, you guys are there. You guys are there, and you guys live with us. So it's like this hatred you have towards us. This like
There's no
prejudice.
hate. No. There's no hatred. You're projecting. There's no hatred. You don't have anything to hate. What do you have to hate? You got to have something to hate on. What do you have to hate in your culture? Please explain that. What do foundational Black Americans hate from your culture? What do you have that we're hating on in your culture? You got to have something to hate on, sir. Explain
I
it.
mean, you guys copy. I mean, first of all, you guys celebrate more Cinco de Mayo, like a Mexican fake holiday.
Okay, Cinco de Mayo, there were Black Maroons down in Mexico. Those were the ones who actually fought on May 5th down there, fighting the French and the colonizers. It was the Black Maroons. And also down in Mexico, most of the freedom fighters in Mexico have always been Black from the very beginning. Gaspar Yanga, Vicente Guerrero, All of the real riders down there in Mexico, they've always been black, sir. But go ahead. Go ahead, sir. Giancarlo, go ahead, sir. Giancarlo, are you still munching down on your taco?
Yeah, I'm having some nuggets, the favorite. But sir, you know, I think I'm not even Mexican, but I know this. Like they have
Yes, you
black
are. Yes, you
presidents
are. Yes, you are.
before. They
Yes,
have
you are.
black presidents before the 21st century, sir.
Yeah, they
Um,
had Vicente Guerrero. He was the one who actually stopped slavery over there. Mexico was a big slave satellite country. Vicente Guerrero, who was black, he stopped slavery, and then the white Hispanics they killed him
all
because.
right, regardless, Tariq, you're not giving me a history. I mean, I could.
But yeah, yeah. But if you say something, we're gonna put it all in context. The white
Yeah, and I could
supremacists.
talk about the Zulus. I could talk.
Right, right, right. I'm not. I ain't got nothing to do with no damn Zulus. But yeah, the white supremacists down there killed Vicente Guerrero. The white Mexicans, the wannabe Anglos, they killed him because he wanted equality for everybody. And they're like, oh, no, no, no. We didn't want all that now. Let's get him out of here. So y'all been anti-black from day one. So anyway, Giancarlo, I'm tired of giving you a history lesson. Let me let you go ahead and finish your tacos, brother. You be good. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta have don't call up talking about somebody's hating on. You ain't got nothing to hate on. You gotta have something to hate on. You don't have nothing to hate on. Y'all over there imitating us. Y'all wearing your clothes like us. You're using slang like us. You're dancing like us. You're driving around playing our music, playing our oldies. Come on now. No, no disrespect. Shout out to some of the south of the border cats who are cool, but cats like that, you just kind of gotta remind them and give them a little history lesson. Raphael, what's up, brother?
No, I don't have much to say after what you just said. I'm gonna let somebody else talk.
Oh, my man. All right, Raphael. Thank you so much, brother. All right. You know, sometimes you got to pop out and show them. Like Kendrick said, you got to give people some history lessons out here. Let's get Boss Physics. All right, let's get Boss Physics. He's raising that hand up in there. And don't forget tomorrow, everybody call those numbers in Sacramento. The numbers in the jumbotron. What's up, Boss?
What's going on, Mr. Nasheed? This is Crown from DC, aka the FBA Warrior.
My man.
Respect to the whole family. We just wanted to say that strategically we are going to get um, our reparations, but at the same time, if the system of white supremacy still exists, I feel like we're going to be in a similar position that Tulsa, Oklahoma was in, and other black communities that were thriving before they were bothered and targeted and bombed by the dominant society. So I think at the same time, while we're getting our reparations, at some point we have to dismantle this whole system so that we can thrive on our own and thrive without having to be targeted on a daily. It's ridiculous out here. So I think that also has to be on our minds as well as we still push for our reparations because we are going to get it and we don't have to be bothered with these tethers that these Democrats and Republicans keep pushing. So I just want to put that on everybody's mind. Respect to everybody in FBA. Let's get it.
Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you. Let's get Miss Camille in the building. Camille? Miss Camille, are you in the building, beloved? No. Camille, what's going on with your phone, dear? Camille, we're going to give you a couple of more seconds, Camille. Um, your baby daddy didn't come home early, did he? And he hears a man on the phone. He's not in there snatching you up, is he? Sound like I heard some ruffling around in the background. Okay, Camille, you okay? I hear the phone going in and out. Are you getting jumped on? If you're getting jumped on, dial 1 and we're going to call the shelter so you can get your little place to stay tonight. We're going to get that man up off you. All right, Camille, press 1. Or we'll have you call back. I think she's getting jumped on. All right. And bob and weave. Don't let it hit you in the throat. Let's get Astro in here. Let me see. Let's get Astro in the building. Astro. What's going on, Astro? And then we'll get Lando in there. We'll get Astro and Lando. Astro, what's up, brother?
What up? I just got a quick question because you seem very knowledgeable in history.
Yes, sir.
Have you heard? Because I'm not sure if this is entirely true, but someone told me you mentioned the Black Moors earlier.
Yeah,
Is it true that they invaded Sicily way back?
they did.
Um, okay.
Oh yeah, that's why the Sicilians are so dark. They invaded Sicily and they invaded parts of Italy, southern Spain, which they call Al Andalus.
And they
Port.
were very smart, like supreme kind of culture, right?
Yeah, they brought a lot of science and technology into Europe. That actually got Europe out of the Dark Ages. The Moors actually stopped Europe from damn dying off. They were about to die off up there because of the Justinian plague. It was a major plague up there that was wiping out everybody. So the Moors came through and said, "Hey, guess what? We got something called a bath. We got something called alcohol. We got something called washing your ass," because that was the problem. Didn't nobody want to wash their ass. They thought that bathing was evil. So they
So what
had,
happened? Like like where are they now? Like what why didn't they continue to grow, I guess?
yeah, great question. Yeah, the Moors, they ruled over there in Europe for like 800 years, something like that. And then there was a lot of infighting. There was a lot of infighting with the Moors, and that weakened them. And the white supremacists there in Spain, because the first vein of white supremacy came out of Spain, they started to consolidate their powers and they realized, hey, these people are wiping us out genetically because Spanish people used to be blonde hair, blue eyed, and the Moors made them permanent, like a permanent mulatto race up there in Spain. So some of the ones who wanted to stay white, they're like, hey, we got to do something about this. So they came up with blood quantum laws and they started to consolidate their little kingdoms because they were splintered. And they said, hey, let's consolidate our power and get these black ass people up out of here. And that's what they did. And they said, let's take this show on the road. That's why Spain was the first European power to get out of Europe and circumnavigate the world. And they used the same tactics on the Moors in Spain on black and Aboriginal people all over the world. And we're still suffering from that now.
Thank you, man. That's very interesting. And my last question would be, because I'm learning more about the FBA movement.
Yeah.
Do FBA do you I like are you Christian? Like do you guys follow Christianity or any religion?
No, no, foundational black. There's like 45 million foundational black Americans. So you got some who are Christian, you have some who are Muslim, you have some who are Hebrew Israelites. So foundational black Americans, there's 45 million of us. So many of us practice different religions. There's not one set religion. The commonality that we have is that our lineage traces back to the foundation of this country. And there's different variations and ideologies within that lineage, but the commonality is the lineage. You understand? So there's not one set religion, there's not one set mind state, um, there's not one set ideology. You got some foundational black Americans who are all about pro blackness. You have some foundational black Americans who are crackheads. So they still have a lineage that's unique. That makes sense?
Yes, thank you.
There you go, my man. I appreciate you. Yeah, see, a lot of people, and they think that they'll have the mindset of foundational black Americans being some kind of damn group, and that's because of the dumbass ADOS people running around talking about ADOS is a group and a lineage, and the leaders is Yvette and Stratton and Tone and all that dumbass stuff. That caused so much damn confusion. That caused so much damn unnecessary confusion because it was dumb from the beginning. Your lineage can't be a group and you can't have a leader of a damn lineage, man. It's dumbass stuff. And then people bring that stuff over here. No, 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 no. Foundational Black American is a lineage. That's it.
Yo, this was a clip of Tariq exposing Camel Toe Harris for being against reparations. I was gonna show y'all the clip of her saying that in case y'all ain't heard it yet, but I know YouTube be tripping, so I'm gonna just show y'all the screenshot of it. Y'all can search this up on Twitter to see the video. Yeah, but whenever they have the first debate, I might live stream it, so y'all let me know if y'all want to see that. But anyway, make sure to leave a like, a subscribe, and comment down below. Follow me on Twitter, that's where I'm the most active on. And also make sure to follow me on Rumble, that's where I post videos in case they get taken down on here.